with their own activism as well. We're the ones who warned about what was going to happen, and when it does happen, rather than condemning us, what they should do is say, you were right all along, sorry, we're off, you take over. You warned, you're the ones who should sort it out. Of course, they won't. There isn't justice in this world. There will be justice in this country, but only when we organise sufficiently to take justice back and secure it for our own people. And that's right where we are now, with a serious chance on June the 4th of a huge leap forward to start securing just that. We are so close. That's why they're so frantic. We are so close to being simply able to say we are now a serious, properly established, mainstream political party with mass support that actually gives the British people back a choice. Because quite simply, they've had 40 years of rule from people who say it's wrong to say you should put your own people first. It's racist to say you should put your own people first. And the British public haven't had a choice. On June the 4th, they're going to have the choice, and I believe that in the northwest of England, hundreds of thousands of them, with your help, campaigning work, are going to make the choice of voting for a party which unashamedly says, yes, we are here primarily for the British people. We don't hate anybody else, but the job of every single government all around the world is to look after its own people before poking its nose into other people's business. And that is what precisely we are going to do. We are here unashamedly saying we're going to put the British people first. And there's one final thing which we will be able to start to do on June the 7th, if and when we get elected. We will then be among the elected political masters of the Greater Manchester and the Merseyside Police. And we will then have the democratic mandate to go to their leaders and say, enough of this politically correct, poisonous nonsense. Your job is not to interfere with politics. Your job is to deal with criminal scum on the streets. Your job is not to interfere with the right of the British people to a democratic choice. Your job is to protect people from burglars in their own homes. The police need reminding, and we will remind them, that we pay their wages. We are their masters, they are our servants, and they are bloody well going to do what they are told and start doing the right thing by the British people.
Thank you very much, Nick. If the Socialist Workers' Party in Leigh think, I mean that's a contradiction in terms, isn't it? Socialist worker. Have you ever seen any of them do any work? If they think they are going to cow us down, we are going to use Tony Ward and all this violence. We will use it against them in the next election, and it will hit them, it will rebound on them. So don't think you've got away with it, because you've not.
Literally shed their blood. And here I'm not only talking about Tony Ward and his brave compatriots, I'm talking about those men who died for liberty and for this nation on June the 6th, 1944, and those who died earlier in that great conflict, those who sacrificed their all so that you may enjoy the freedoms which you had until very recently. Think about the feeling it must have been when the shuffle at the door, the flap, the noise of the letter flap, and that telegram, that brown telegram with the crown on the front and OHMS on His Majesty's service must have dropped as it dropped through and slowly fluttered down. And the young wife, who'd already suffered the trepidation of her children being evacuated to rural parts of this country, picked up the telegram with a shaking hand, knowing that it was a death telegram from the ministry, informing her, the government regrets to inform you. The sacrifice of the people of this nation is untold, is legend. Young men when they stormed the beaches in Normandy in 1944, knew that they faced certain death. They knew it, yet they went ahead and did it, because they were understood that if they did not do it, this country would be vanquished. Now, we are not asking you to face hails of gunfire. We are not asking you to sacrifice yourself literally to the funeral pyre of war. All we are asking you is a little bit of your time to hand out a few leaflets, to speak to some friends, to knock on some doors, and just a little bit of your money. We do not ask this for ourselves. We do not ask this even for yourself. We ask this so that your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren may inherit from their fathers what your fathers inherited from theirs. The sacrifice which was made by thousands of people for this nation throughout the centuries calls down upon you. You have the choice to turn your back on this challenge, or you can face the challenge, as I know you will, as I know that you must. We do this because we have no choice. We do this because to lose is to see the extinction of everything that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd now like you to watch the short film